All right, now we're going to look at Revelation chapter 11, verse 19. And then we're going to compare that with the book of Hebrews chapter 9 to get a better understanding. In Revelation chapter 11, verse 19, it says here, "And the temple of God was opened in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament. And there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail." Now, what was inside God's temple? The ark of his testament. Now, all that is happening on Judgment Day, brothers and sisters. Now, what is inside the ark of the testament? For those who love to say that the Ten Commandments were nailed to the cross and the Sabbath is no longer in existence, then let's go to Hebrews chapter 9 to see what was inside the ark of the testament. Let's read. It says here, "Then verily the first covenant had also ordinances of divine service and a worldly sanctuary. For there was a tabernacle made, the first, wherein was the candlestick, and the table, and the shewbread, which is called the sanctuary. And after the second veil, the tabernacle, which is called the holiest of all, which had the golden censer, and the ark of the covenant overlaid round about with gold." No, so you're saying here now, after the second veil, the tabernacle, which is called the holiest of all. So the holiest of all, which is known as the holies of holies, the most holiest part in the sanctuary, you find the golden censer and the ark of the covenant, overlaid around about with gold, wherein is referring to inside the ark of the covenant. The same ark here in Revelation, it is called the ark of the testament, and in here is known as the ark of the covenant. The word covenant and testament are basically the same thing. Let's read. "Wherein was the golden pot that had manna, and Aaron's rod that budded, and the tables of the covenant." So in the ark of the testament contains the table of the covenant. So when the Bible referring to tables of covenant, what is it referring to? Well, let's go. Let's go to Deuteronomy 10, verses 1 to 5. Let's read. It says, "At that time the Lord said unto me, Hew thee 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and come up unto me into the mount, and make thee an ark of wood." Okay, let's pay attention. Verse 2. "And I will write on the tables the words that were in the first tables which thou breakest, and thou shalt put them in the ark." Oh, so that is what is inside the ark. The 2 tables of stone. But what was written on them? Let's continue read. Let the Bible interpret itself. "And I made an ark of shittim wood, and hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and went up into the mount, having the 2 tables in mine hand. And he wrote on the tables according to the first writing the 10 commandments." People, the 10 commandments, "which the Lord spake unto you in the mount out of the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly." That was the day of the church. "And the Lord gave them unto me." "And I turned myself and came down from the mount and put the tables in the ark which I had made, and there they be as the Lord commanded me." So you are seeing here in Deuteronomy chapter 10, verses 1 to 5, God told Moses, bring a set of tables just like the first one that he broke, and God rewrite the 10 commandments on the 2 tables of stone and give them to Moses, and Moses put them in the ark. So it is called the Ark of the Testament or the Ark of the Covenant, because testament is something that testifies, and covenant is a covenant made between God and the children of Israel, and the covenant as well, they are testimonies. Now, the 10 commandments were inside the ark. So in Revelation chapter 11, verse 19, when God's temple was open and John saw the ark of his testament, so basically what John saw was the 10 commandments. But according to Hebrews chapter 9, what we have just read, Hebrews chapter 9, we are seeing here the verse 4, we are seeing here the golden censer and the ark of the covenant and the golden pot of manna and Aaron's rod and the tables of the covenant. So it goes to show what John saw in heaven, the temple of God, is the most holies of holies. So John saw the most holiest of all, which is where God is. Revelation 11 verse 19, and the temple of God was open in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament. Now in Hebrews chapter 9, it tells you that the ark of the testament is in the holies of holies. So John saw inside the holies of holies the ark of the testament. But according to Hebrews chapter 9, that was not the only thing that he saw. The golden censer was there. The ark of the covenant was there. The golden pot that had manna was there. Aaron's rod that budded was there. And the tables of the covenant, which is known as the 10 Commandments, were there. So next time when people tell you that the 10 Commandments done away with, let them know nothing can be done away with that is in heaven as we speak. God showed John a vision in heaven, and John saw the Ark of the Testament, which contained the 10 Commandments. So therefore, none of the laws of God can ever be nailed to the cross or done away with. People keep the 10 Commandments. They will be the standard that God will judge the living and the dead.